And now, on with the show.
You afraid?
I was raised fearless, and I'll do this better than he's ever done it before.
Then go and get it, Jon Stewart.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Superlair, and we are here because DC Studios just out of the blue dropped the official Clayface trailer. Now, typically we would bring on huge panel, get everyone's thoughts on this, but with Clayface, it's not so much an event film. It very much feels, self-contained, while also having a little some fun Easter eggs in there. But, as you saw in our last trailer reaction, not much to say, even though I think it's going to be great. Just not, we can't dive in. We can't speculate. We can't, do all that, especially since we don't even have a Batman. But as a film, it looks great. That first teaser trailer nailed the eerie vibe and tone, and it looked like everything I wanted Mike Flanagan, James Watkins Clayface movie, to be. So I'm very excited to get into this official trailer. Nice 2 minutes and some change. And yeah, we're going to react. We'll talk about it for just a little bit, and then we'll wrap it up. It's going to be definitely a very quick stream. But let's see, man. Let's see what we got here.
Show me. Show me. What do you want, Miss Hagen?
I want my life back.
I know you. You're famous.
The nightlife of Gotham. I love it.
It's a tragedy what they did to him.
Boo!
I'd like to volunteer for human trials.
This isn't cosmetic surgery.
Even if it kills me,
Oh,
I'll be better off than I am now.
oh my God.
I'm okay.
You okay?
I'm okay. I feel great, actually.
Nice.
I have no idea what side effects you'll have or how to treat them.
Oh,
Sir, the seatbelt sign is on.
We're in unknown territory.
oh my God. Rated R,
What's
man.
happening to me?
If you're harboring feelings of anger, you need to let them go.
You want to know how I feel? The people I trusted betrayed me. The justice system failed me. They stole my career, my money, my life. I'm a monster.
Oh. Oh. Yo.
I have
Oh
no
my
idea
God.
who you are.
Hell yes. Wow. Yeah, that definitely reaffirms everything that I know this movie will be. I mean, it couldn't. DC Studios is incredibly smart for greenlighting it and releasing it at this kind of time, man. Look at that. You know, horror movies are popping off, they're making profit. So DC Studios is really releasing this at the right time. And Clayface, man, he's a top 5 Batman villain for me ever since Mike Flanagan said that he had a pitch for, you know, a solo Clayface movie back in, I think, 2023. I've wanted to see it, and this is everything that I want a Clayface movie to be. There's just a real clear vision on the story of Matt Hagen. Austin, that trailer though, right? That trailer. Day one truther, and it does not look to be disappointing at all. I mean, it's a very clear vision. The body horror, the suspense, the build up. I love them teasing, you know, the final form here towards the end. And James Watkins confirmed that they are not going to be revealing the final form in the promotional material. You just have to watch the movie itself, and it's going to be an epic, like, third act buildup. Had me bricked on God. I'm Clayin, bro. I'm Clayin all over the place. You know, no surprise that Mike Flanagan and James Watkins are cooking on this level. It really is a match made in heaven. Yeah, just the tone, the eerie vibes, and like the visuals. Like creepy, bro. Creepy. It's a lot of practical, but you know, they're using CGI to touch some things up and really, you know, fully refine it. It's a truly a perfect blend of everything. They really know what they're doing. That scene on the plane is going to be a tough watch. I can't wait, dude. Yeah, we read that description when it got out there maybe a month ago or whatever that was. Like, yeah, man, the buildup of tension and suspense, it's going to be effective. It's going to be effective. So yeah, the visuals are on point. And, you know, this is our taste of Gotham City in the DCU. And they really are nailing it from what we've seen. You know, the whole nightlife of Gotham is an incredibly cool aspect of Gotham. You have to have it feel lived in. And like Matt Reeves said, it is a character in it of itself. And you really get that here. You know, the large scope, the colors, but, you know, there are alleys and there are, you know, segments of this city that are dark, that are grim, that are, you know, it's Gotham. It's Gotham. And I can't wait to see a Batman properly live in this world. This is going to be such a cool little appetizer for the DCU Batman. Tom Reese Harries, newcomer / unknown for this role. He looks to be giving a fantastic performance. He is fully selling the experience. The movie star that, you know, wants to go back to his life, eventually wanting revenge, turning into a villain. You know, I think they're crafting a sympathetic, understandable origin story for this guy. And, you know, of course, we see that in Batman the Animated Series, which Mike Flanagan has an inherent strong love for. You clearly see that all throughout here. But yeah, Matt Hagen, who is the same Clayface in Creature Commandos. So that's a nice little cherry on top. But this performance, man, this performance is going to be something special. There's that one shot that's like, that is just like, oh my God. Oh my God. It's so good. But you slowly, you see the downfall the inevitable downfall of this, of this human being, this normal actor that, has gone astray and will become Clayface. Like this, the eyes, the smirk, this, like a little Pennywise coded, a little like that is, the visuals are on point. It's going to be a very cool and tragic journey. Yeah, man, there's a vision. There's a vision here. The performance of a lifetime. It's going to be, yeah, man. The DCU truly has not messed with any castings thus far, and this really looks to be a strong one. I'm curious what other characters Flanagan is super passionate about. Whoever they are, Gunn got to give it to him. Yeah, man, that's the one bummer. It's always been the bummer to me, is that Mike Flanagan couldn't direct this himself. If it were me, I would want to write and direct my passion project, and it must be a little hard to pass it off to someone else. But James Watkins, man, if you got to get somebody, you got a good director. But in terms of whatever Flanagan else, in terms of whatever else he wants to do, yeah, give it to him. Easy. Whether that be another villain origin story like a Man Bat, or, if Andy ain't directing Brave and the Bold, hey, just putting that out there. Flanagan too busy doing remakes to direct his passion project. Yeah, man, I really wish the scheduling and timing worked out. But, Watkins is good enough to where I'm not like completely, unhappy. I'm very satisfied with what we're getting. The teaser trailer was great. This trailer is great. And it's a clear vision. I think it's going to be a home run for DC Studios. It definitely needs a win after Supergirl, a movie that I really liked, but, that unfortunately underperformed. And, we move on to the next thing. All this doom and gloom around the DCU. It's over. It's getting canceled, yada, yada. And then when Lanterns comes out and is a highly, respected HBO series that could be nominated for Emmys, then people are going to switch it up. When Clayface, which was made for $50 million, makes an insane profit because horror movies right now are totally in, that's going to change the conversation. Man of Tomorrow, when that teaser drops and we get to see it in theaters alongside Avengers Doomsday, that's going to change the conversation. All this doom and gloom is ridiculous because, one project ain't going to derail the entire thing. And that's what I really respect and love about Peter Safran, doing these interviews and speaking out. He's putting the fries in the bag, and he's like, listen, Supergirl's a movie we're proud of. Didn't work, unfortunately, but that's not enough to derail the 10-year plan. And that's what you got to do. You got to stay the course, commit and believe in your vision, and the rest is going to follow. I think Man of Tomorrow is definitely going to soft launch the Justice League, kick it off into a whole new level. And while we have those big mainstream event films, we also get little borderline indie art house, type movies like this. Clayface, body horror, Mike Flanagan, James Watkins, man, day one, bro. Day one. It releasing in October too. That is just the prime. I mean, this just has all the ingredients. And I have no, there's just no way it's going to fail. I think it's just going to succeed like crazy. It's going to be a undeniable win for the DC brand. And it's more than, it is proof of concept. It is James Gunn who's saying that, each project is going to feel tonally different. This is clearly much different than Superman or Supergirl. That's the beauty of the DC comics is, the diversity of stories and tones and, DC Studios, one little project ain't going to derail what I think is a very incredibly bright future. I mean, this trailer is like all the visuals, everything got me. And yet I'm not surprised because I knew from day one, once Mike Flanagan tweeted that post and then said, I have an idea for Clayface. I knew he would deliver. Dr. Sleep, all that. Mike Flanagan is the man. So Halloween season is going to help it a lot. Yeah, 100%. Pair that with the low budget, dude. Like it releasing in September also is not a super packed month. There's a little cool down period before we get into, Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that. So that would have been fine. But Halloween, prime time, yeah, great idea. And I think it's really going to work in their favor. I think the conversation around the DCU is going to change. It's going to change. There's some things that are going on with Lanterns that are going to be controversial for sure. They sent out screeners. So we will see. We're going to do live watch parties for that, and we'll react in real time and see how we feel about that. But yeah, man, in terms of what's coming up, ain't no stopping. We ain't stopping anytime soon. Need my ventriloquist movie soon. Yeah, if this knocks it out of the park, which I think it will, there's the whole idea of the DC Black Label. Back when Watkins Joker came out, right? There was talk of Scarecrow. There was talk of Bane solo movie. There was talk about all these things, and I feel like if you can make it for a lower budget, could definitely. If you have a take that's worth telling, it could definitely happen. Professor Pig would be really cool. And that's the beauty of the connectivity, strong connectivity so far, the DCU, is that we're going to see Tom back in this role, whether it be Deathstroke and Bane, whether it be Brave and the Bold, he will reappear. And so that's super cool, that we have sort of a secured future. If only they can get that Brave and the Bold script together, that would be fantastic. That would be great if we could have a Batman cast sooner rather than later, because now the Batman Part 2 is in 2028, and that puts our DCU Batman future in serious question. This movie is definitely different from Bane and Deathstroke, because this is isolated, this is self-contained. Batman not appearing in here is completely fine by me. This is a very human story about the downfall, the origin of supervillain, but Deathstroke and Bane, those are established supervillains. You need to have a Batman cast by at least 2028. By that time, incorporate him. Otherwise, it's, I said the DCU has a bright future, but if they don't lock in, James Gunn doesn't stop playing these games, who's to say? Who's to know? I love a Manhunt movie where Gordon leads a search for Professor Pig, Criminal Minds, inspiration, slasher vibes. Clear vision. That's why I was kind of bummed when Gotham PD got canceled, right? Because that concept for a show is like brilliant, where you follow a lead cop, you maybe even follow Gordon, and you can have it be anthology, you can have a through line with one singular villain. But there's something there, and I hope they revisit that. Also, Arkham Asylum, when that got put on the back burner, that bummed me out, because I think that also could work really well. You just got to have the right writers and vision paired with it. But yeah, Clayface, if it does well, and I have no reason not to think it won't, but could be the start. Could be the start of a different era of comic book movies that could keep the genre alive and well. It's just releasing at a perfect time. It's gonna work. It's gonna work for sure. But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's not really much to talk about. This is not a main event film. This is very much self-contained, a little cherry on top, an appetizer to the DCU Batman. Can't really break it down. They're just general aspects that are on display here that I'm loving. I have total faith in the vision. Tom is going to crush this role. I mean, this is just, he really looks to be like chewing scenery and having a ball, and he's committed. He had like a torn ACL for the entire shoot of this movie. My man is committed, and we love to see a new star be birthed, and this really could be it. Clayface could be a horror icon, Halloween costume, there's a lot of good here. There's a lot of good. I've just total and utter faith in the vision, and October 23rd, man. Next stream coming up is, of course, Marvel Studios Hall H panel. It's going to be a packed house, a lot of panel members getting the homies together, freaking out over what might very well be a generational, bigger panel with who knows what kind of reveals and that kind of stuff. You know, if you drop the Avengers Doomsday trailer before Hall H, that means you got other big things planned. So Saturday, just in a couple days, we'll be there reacting 8:30 p.m. EST. Until then, take care.